Welcome to this week's Social Media Wrap. This week we are taking a look at a collaboration between radio and digital news as the SABC News furthers its investigation into the illegal trade of a banned substance called aldicarb. But first, let's have a look at your social media trends with Tanya Kuri.
Over the past week in social media, certain stories have definitely made more prominence than others, and it's fascinating to see that the Joburg fire story actually gained further traction than the recession story. The nation watched with horror as a building took the lives of 3 very brave firefighters. It is such a big story that it made a bigger impact than the announcement of South Africa being in recession. The ANC blamed Zuma for the recession and the president called for calm, but this story converges with the land reform or land expropriation story inaccurately again. But social media just doesn't care for fact. They just combine stories at will. State capture inquiry is also a massive story this week. This was coupled with the Mutambi versus Williams cross-examinations. Those stories also made social media very angry. And then, of course, Steinhoff. This is one of the largest stories on the charts. Marcus Jooste made no impact in social media that was positive. Social media, again, being the truth barometer and saying that there's no way they're buying his testimony at all.
It's been a busy week for journalists at the SABC. Let's see what you've liked best on the site. The top story on sabcnews.com, as liked by users, is the ANC in the Free State firing 14 councillors for misconduct. Close on its heels, users were very interested in the EFF Student Command's victory in the hotly contested SRC elections at the Durban University of Technology. SABC News' investigation into the illegal poison trade ranks third on the list of what users were interested in. 8 workers who have been killed after an explosion near Somerset West also brought traffic to our website. And finally, South Africa entering a recession for the first time since 2009 got our attention. Now, at least 800 dogs are poisoned with the banned pesticide aldicarb every week in South Africa. SABC News took to the streets to find out how easily this poison is available, and we speak to Jermaine Krieger from Radio News about the social media reaction on the story.
Is it the... You've also got some...
Within seconds of stepping outside the Sunshine Plaza shopping complex in Roodepoort, west of Johannesburg, I'm surrounded by street vendors with a variety of wares. But today, I'm not interested in sunglasses or cell phone chargers.
Big rat problem in Roodepoort. For my rats and my cockroaches, I just bought a new house and they're everywhere. Okay.
I'm immediately shown the best solution on offer. Grey-black granules in a small, unmarked, clear plastic bag. The vendor is holding at least 50 little bags, but tells me that I would only need 4. Approximately 2 teaspoons worth of poison for my rat problem. It would cost me 20 rand for the lot. At this, other vendors draw closer. If I buy from them, they'll drop the price even more.
One man I can give you discount.
Aldicarb, also known as halipirum or two-step, is a pesticide that has been banned in South Africa. Despite this, it is still readily and openly available on any street corner. I think what struck me most about the responses we received from listeners and from viewers on social media was the scope and the impact of the problem. I always realized that aldicarb posed a risk or a threat, but until the messages started pouring in, I didn't realize just how many people had been affected by the poison in some way or another. The second thing that really stood out for me was the community outrage, the sheer disbelief that despite the fact that 800 dogs are poisoned with aldicarb per week in South Africa, and the fact that it's used in 100 murders in Johannesburg alone annually, it's still so freely available. Many people use social media to call for action from the authorities and to demand accountability to keep the animals and the people in their lives safe.
That's it for your social media wrap.
For SABC News,
I'm Nina Oosthuizen.
I'm Jermaine Krieger
in Johannesburg.